सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Om. Page 125, 12th chapter, 10th verse. Yasthasthaporavirdehe दृशे सविषयो यथा सत्त्वस्थस्तद्वदेवेह दृशे सविषयस्तथा. In this very important teaching, Shankaracharya, using the word drishi, seer, as a synonym to sakshi or atma. Normally we hear all the time atma, sakshi words, but Acharya not using the words sakshi or atma here, but he continuously using the word drishi, drishehe. So drashta number 1, seer. Carefully we have to grasp this idea behind this presentation. Whenever anyone use the expression I, the word I, everyone is using, every human being using the word I, not E-Y, I, but I am, in that I is there. That I is a mixture. It has got sakshi plus ahankara together. Simultaneously, the moment the expression of I arise in the mind, or I use the word I, simultaneously both of them intimately come together. Kevala sakshi cannot say I, Kevala chidabhasa cannot say I. So intimately, simultaneously put together, the expression comes what? I. Sakshi and ahankara. Mixture only I. Non-Vedantic students cannot understand. In this I there are two components. One is drashta number 1, ever the drik, never the drishyam, ever the subject, never the object, ever the akarta abhokta, never the karta bhokta, the sakshi. But people do not know that. Who knows? Only Upadesha Sahasri or Vedantic students only knows. That Vedantic students also who study Upanishads and Prakarana Grandhas thoroughly, like you all, they only can understand. Now in this I there are two components together, inseparable. They are inseparable. Inseparable, intimate, simultaneous expression. In that I, these two components are there. Now Acharya want to say this, in these two I, one is lakshyartha I, another is vachyartha I. One is lakshyartha I, real I. Another is vachyartha I. Ahankara is vachyartha I. Vachyartha I means a relative I. Only for vyavahara that is used. For vyavahara's sake, ahankara, vachyartha I is predominant. But when you want to claim that you are Brahman, You have to come to Lakshyartha I, Paramarthika I, Sakshi. Even though this Vachyartha I and Lakshyartha I both are together, I should know these two Vachyartha and Lakshyartha. I don't think there are two I's. For study Vyavahara sake, I use give importance to Ahankara I. When I want to claim I am Brahman, I put this Lakshyartha I in front. When I am playing a mother role, father role, brother role, and I am a student, I come to Vachyartha I. Means I come to means what? I focus Vachyartha I. When you are a husband talking with you, you should not say I am Lakshyartha I. Amma, wife ki the Lakshyartha I undodi and Lakshyartha I you keep with yourself. You should not talk there. You have to say only Vachyartha I. You give importance to Vachyartha I. You play your role with Vachyartha I. Why? Lakshyartha I Sakshi doesn't have role to play. Lakshyartha I Sakshi cannot be the mother, father, brother, sister. But when the role I am playing, that Lakshyartha I is there. It has to be there. You cannot separate. Inseparable, I said. Inseparable. But when you want to claim Aham Brahmasmi also, you cannot throw this Vachyartha I. Use the Vachyartha I and claim Aham Brahmasmi. Appadi. So in the sort out business, idella sorting out business. Idella sort out panna theriyano. Eppadi? You have to sort out. Olden days, we used to, when we were young, we used to clean our rice. Nowadays, they are cleaning and selling. Those days, they sell with a lot of black stones, white stones, so many stones. We used to separate. Suppose when you are throwing, you have to throw the stone or rice. Stone only. You have to throw the stone outside. So many stones will come. Not the rice. Similarly, when you want to claim Aham Brahmasmi, you should not throw the Lakshyartha Sakshi, rice like Sakshi, you should not throw. This Ahankara, problematic Ahankara, only you have to ignore. You need not throw. You use it, but you ignore. How you ignore? All the attributes of this Ahankara, body-mind complex, they belong to the body-mind complex only. They will not belong to me, the Lakshyartha I Sakshi. That is the essence of this 10th shloka, which we were seeing in the last class. Look into the shloka now. Yatsthaha tapaha. Yat tapaha dehe ravehe sthaha. Because of that heat upon one's body caused by the sun, ravehe tapaha, heat which is caused by the sun upon your body. Dehe yat saha drishehe vishayaha. That is an object of experience to the seer number 1. Drishehe vishayaha. Guna guni. Guni means an object which has got a guna. Which has got a guna. If this cloth is an object, it has got a orange color guna. Guni is cloth. Color is called guna. Guna, guni, sambandha. Can you take out the guna separate from the guni? I want to show you a saffron color from this cloth. Can I show the color? Just color without having any cloth. Guna can never separately exist without guni, the object. Every guna or property or attribute always associated with guni. Property is associated with propertied one, object. So no property exists. Your tallness, suppose it exists separate from you, it will not exist. Your complexion, skin complexion, can it exist separate from you? It cannot exist. Any guna of your body, your fatness, your tallness, your thinness, all these gunas belong to this body. Do they exist separately? Therefore, gunas are always belong to the guni. It cannot be separated. Now, see the example here. Surya Tapa on the body. Body has got warmness because of Ravehe Tapaha. Now, this Tapa is heat, is the property of the body. Heated body. Heated body. That body is the guni. What type of body? Warm body. Because of heat, this is a warm, heated body. The heat, Ushnata, is a guna. Body is a guni. Body is that which has got a tapa. Tapa, heat, is a guna. Body is guni. Guna, guni. Guna, guni. So this heat belongs to the body, not to the Sakshi. Not to the Sakshi. When I say burning sensation, lot of burning sensation. I have lot of burning sensation. Body has got burning sensation. But when you use the word I, in that I, Sakshi is there or not? That Sakshi, Drishi, is not having that heat. That heat, guna belongs to the body. But you say, I am heated up. I am heated up. You are not heated up. Your body is heated up. What you are doing there, I means you are mixing the Sakshi and Ahankara, body and heat. Everything you are mixing up and say, I am heated up. I am heated up. You are the witnesser of that body. Which body has got heat property? Heat property belongs to the body or you? Body. Body is the guni, heat is the guna of that body. You are experiencing. You are the Sakshi or not? Next line also. Tadvat, just as the body heat belongs to the body, satvasthaha antakaranasya tadvat, antakarana also has got a lot of gunas. What gunas are there? Happy, love, so many kama, desire, anger. There are so many attributes are there. Mind is having a lot of attributes. Dull, active. These are all there in the mind. Some gunas are there, attributes are there to the mind. The mind is guni. Mind attributes, properties that which has got raga, liking, disliking, aversion. All these are attributes belong to the mind. Now I am experiencing that aversion, attachment. I am experiencing which mind has got really. But I am including myself in that attributes. Instead of looking at both of them, mind, guni and its attributes, guna guni sambandha is in, I am experiencing. The experiencer of the mind and its attributes is different from the mind and its attributes. Sukha, dukkha, all emotions belong to the mind. Therefore, distance them, don't identify with them, because you are Sakshi Chaitanyam Lakshyartha I. But we none of us remember what to talk of ordinary people. Even Vedantic students themselves, When the problem comes in the family, to the body, we identify with the attributes of the body, mind. That means we come down to ahankara level. Vachyartha I take the predominantly and I identify and katha kathaya chullindurupom. A lot of expressions, lot of talking about problems because we lose sight of this sakshi I, lakshyartha I, which is free from properties, nirvisheshaha, nirgunaha. Body properties belongs to body only. Fatness, thinness, tallness, all illness. அது ஒரு நெஸ் தானே. இல்னஸ், ஹாப்பினஸ், இந்த எல்லாம் நெஸ். All belong to the body, mind only. Distance that. When I identify with that only problem. Suppose when somebody, many people are dying every day, or we have any sort of pain, one time we say that's all, we forget. We don't bother. But once I identify with my son, my daughter, pain is more. Death is same to that person or this person or any. But when they are relatives to me, close to me, I identify with them, pain is there. If I don't identify, no pain. That means your identification is the cause for pain. Is it not? Because of that identification of that mind attributes also, I am a sorrowful person. I have sorrow, lot of problems at home. This I is telling, I have lot of problems. All problems belongs to drishya, shariram, drishya manaha. So problems also belongs to drishyam only, not drishi. Drishehe na. Second line for mind. Antakaranasya tadvadeva iha. Drishehe saha vishayaha. They are all object of experience only. They are all not belong to Sakshi Chaitanyam. Drishehe vishayaha. Saha tapaha. Drishehe vishayaha eva bhavati. It is an object of experience. Once I experience it as an object, that object's attributes belong to the object or subject? Object only. Now I am experiencing this cloth and its color. The color belongs to the cloth or to me? When I experience, see the logic here. When I experience the ivory color on the wall, I experience the ivory color on the wall. Because I am experiencing the wall, along with that wall, the ivory color. Ivory color, on that there is a lot of black spots are there. All those black spots on that ivory color, which ivory color is there on the wall? Wall is an object. That yellow color is a property. And the dirt, what are all there, all belongs to the wall. Object of experience and its property, yellowish color, property. Guna, guni. I am the experiencer. Subject. Can I say that properties belong to me? When I experience that wall object and its property, the property belongs to that object only, not to me, the subject. Why? I have experienced that object. So its properties belongs to the object, not to the subject. Nanna irukku Swamani, correct irukkenna. So I experience the body. I experience the body. Now this body has got what property? Mainly old age property, hunger, thirst. All these are the properties. Thirsty, hungry. All these properties. Tallness, fair, black, old age, even disease, all I am experiencing which belong to the body. Body is the guni. Its properties, Vyadhi, Jara, Marana belongs to the body. I experience, therefore what? I am the experiencer, subject experiencing the body which has got old age property. I am experiencing the body which has got death property. I am experiencing the body which has got Roga property. Roga means Vyadhi property. Therefore, Vyadhi belongs to the body, old age belongs to the body, death belongs to the body. I am experiencer of the body, therefore I am not having Vyadhi, Jara, Marana. But what we say, I am old. Who is old? I am old. Hey, this body is old. Instead of saying, what I say? I am old. I am diseased person. You are not diseased. Body is diseased. Simple thing, I am going to die. You are not going to die. Body is going to die. Death is the property of the body. Its nature. Old age, its nature. 3 I am putting. Many others are there. Similarly, hunger. I am experiencing the hunger at Pranamaya Kosha level. I am experiencing the hunger, thirst, everything. I am experiencing. Thirsty is the property of the Pranamaya Kosha. I am not Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya Kosha is the object, and hunger, thirst is the property of the Pranamaya Kosha. So I am experiencing the Pranamaya Kosha which has got 2 properties, hunger and thirst. But what I say? I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am hungry, I am thirsty. You are the experiencer of hunger, which hunger property is there in the Pranamaya Kosha. That Pranamaya Kosha you are experiencing. Annamaya Kosha ruled out, Pranamaya Kosha ruled out. What about Manomaya Kosha? I am so sad today. I am so sad today. You are not sad. Your mind, which is undergoing a unfavorable situation, the sadness property mind has got. Mind is the guni, sadness is the property. Both are, you are experiencing. My mind is experiencing, having the sorrow now. Appudu sollamale, I am sad. What about happiness? I am very happy today. You are not happy. Your mind is happy. Mind is facing favorable situation, pleasant news, hearing, all pleasant or pleasant. Mind is associated with pleasant, happy property at that moment. I am experiencing. Instead of saying the mind is in sattvic nature, now it is enjoying the happiness property. Therefore, Manomaya Kosha has got a property. It is there. I am the Sakshi and Chollamale. I am happy. I am sad. I am moody. I am doody. Because of not knowing Sakshi, I and Ahankara, I. We are mixing up and messing up, making aviyal. Aviyal panna சாப்பிட்றதுக்கு நன்னா இருக்கும், அது வேற விஷயம். நம்ம பண்ற மெஸ் எல்லாம் மகா மெஸ். இட்ஸ் நாட் குட். சஹா திருஷேஹி விஷயः. கஹா சஹா திருஷிः? அஹமேவ. அஹம் சாட்சி மம விஷயः சஹா. It is an object of experience. Its properties are also belong to that object only. Therefore, neighborization. Neighborize, distance the body mind. That must be ripened. Just as urvarkamiva bandhanat mrityor mukshi amamritaat. May you detach from the body mind identification. Physically, you cannot separate. Impossible. Inseparable. Body, mind, prana, this ahankara, sakshi, எல்லாம் ஒட்டின்னு இருக்கு. அப்படியே ஃபெவிகால் மாதிரி போட்டி டைட்டா. Intellectually, by study of Vedanta, regularly, consistently, for a length of time, you can say this. Possible. Now koncham possible Swami. Varada illaya? Fulla varum. Next shloka. So avasthatraya sakshi, all avasthas, jagrata avastha also belong to gross body. Swapna avastha belongs to subtle body. Karana avastha belongs to sleep, belongs to causal body. So which body I am? Shariratraya vilakshanaha, avasthatraya vilakshanaha, sakshi aham, cheta kevalo nirgunasyan. அப்படி சொல்லணும். சொல்லி படங்கணும். வீட்டுக்கு போன செப்பல் போட்ட உடனே we forget. If I forget my real nature, I convert my life into a burdensome. If I remember my sakshi nature all the time, அதில் ring இருக்கணும். ring என்ன ring இல்ல, all rings. That words must be always repeatedly I recollect. Then I am happy ன்னு கூட சொல்லக்கூடாது. I remain nitya buddha shuddha mukta swarupaha. Verse number 11. Very, very important portion this is. Just like that you cannot gloss over. ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் மூட 4 ஸ்லோகம் ஆயிடுச்சு 5 ஸ்லோகம் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா, it is not the question how many slokas we are completing, how much essence I am grasping and assimilating is important. Focus on that. Each word must be clear, must be relevant to my application into my life. In this shloka, one correction, 11th shloka, before reading itself I will tell you. In Drugamsho Gnaha, Amsho Gnaha, between there is one S in mark. That S you remove. It is Gnaha. If you put S, it becomes Ajnaha. Therefore, that can be removed. Another reading also there. Idamamsho Gnaha is there. That is also okay. Drigamsho Gnaha also is okay. Pratishidhe Drigamsho Gnaha Khami Vaikharasodvayah Nityamukta sada shuddhah Soham brahmasmi kevalah. Now, who is claiming Aham Brahmasmi is the question. Aham Brahmasmi. Mahavakya is Tattvamasi. Last class we saw Tvam, that you are that Sakshi Chaitanyam said. Once Guru says you are that Sakshi Chaitanyam Brahma, now what I have to say? Aham Brahma. This Jnani student claiming Aham Brahmasmi. Now, until now what we have understood? Aham means Sakshi and Ahankara. Sakshi and Ahankara. The Sakshi Ahankaram rendu inseparable. In the rendume inseparable, intimately, simultaneously expressed when I say I. In Sanskrit, I is called Aham. I am Brahman. I am Brahman. English law. Sanskrit, Aham Brahma Asmi. Now, in this Aham Brahma Asmi or I am Brahman, there are two. Which component is saying Aham Brahmasmi is the question. Sakshi is saying Aham Brahmasmi or Ahankara is saying Aham Brahmasmi. And kelvi vanda enna badil vicharana. Ippo you have to do vicharana. Kevala Sakshi cannot say Aham Brahmasmi. Kevala Sakshi cannot say Aham Brahmasmi because Sakshi is Nirgunam, attributeless. It cannot speak, it cannot talk, it doesn't have any attributes. Therefore, Sakshi cannot say. Can you say Ahankara says aham. Ahankara means mind associated with consciousness. Chidabhasa. Ahankara is equal to consciousness, conscious mind. Cannot say, because suppose Ahankara says aham brahmasmi. Ahankara is limited. See, Ahankara is limited. Brahma is limitless. This limited Ahankara cannot claim I am limitless Brahman. Brihattamatvat Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahma is infinite. Ahankara is not infinite. Ahankara, Antahkarana, Chidabhasa. Ahankara, it is only belong to this body. It cannot claim limitless Brahman I am. Therefore, Ahankara also cannot claim I am Brahman. Sakshi also cannot claim I am Brahman. Therefore, Aham Brahmasmi Vakyam Mahavakyam is ruled out. Then Sakshi cannot claim. Ahankara cannot claim. Therefore, what we have to say? Mixture only claiming. Mixture alone claiming. In mixture claiming anna ahankaram include pandakudadu. Include pandina, you cannot be a limitless Brahman. You cannot be a limitless Brahman. Kevala Sakshi cannot say aham brahmasmi. Therefore, what is the way process here? Use the ahankara and claim I am Sakshi. Includes the ahankara while claiming, but aham brahmasmi la aham bande excludes ahankara. It is like you are using your spectacles. You are using your spectacles, but you include the spectacles in you. You are here, your body. Spectacles also part of the body? Are they part of the body? No. You are using the spectacles while reading, but you don't include the spectacles. Another example, use the dress for vyavahara. When I go outside, I have to talk with the people, everyone has to wear dress. Dress wearing. Can I include this dress with me? When I say I am in a sari also I am not sari, but I use the sari while interacting with the world. Since I am interacting with the world, I am talking to you along with the sari. Therefore, sari also part of me and sollamatam. I use the sari, I wear the sari, you wear the shirt and dress and dhoti, pant and all, but you never include the dress. Why? Tomorrow you change this sari, you change the dress and put another dress and do interaction. While interacting, you use the dress. But when you say I am, you don't include the dress. அப்படிதானே? என்ன சந்தேகமா? அதே மாதிரி தான் இந்த அகங்கார dress, make use of it. When you are claiming aham brahmasmi, and ahankara dress exclude panni, aham sakshi chaitanyam brahma limitless. அப்படி சொல்றதுக்கு அகங்கார யூஸ் பண்ணணும். அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மிலோ அந்த அகம் இஸ் ஓன்லி சாட்சி. இன் தட் அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மில அகம்ல அகங்கார எக்ஸ்க்ளூடெட் அகங்கார அகம். தட் இஸ் அகம் பிரம்மாஸ்மி when I claim I am Brahman. In the I am Brahman lo, it is that I is excluded ahankara or included ahankara I? Excluded ahankara I, that is. But when you are studying Sravana Kale, Manana Kale, Nididhyasana Kale, included ahankara I. Included ahankara I. Very subtle, very, very subtle this is. When your son or daughter came to you and you are talking, it is ahankara included I or ahankara excluded I? Ahankara included I. Appo exclude pannina enna problem. Shastra says only one time you exclude. Avladha podum. After excluding ahankara, you claim aham brahmasmi. Then afterwards also you can wear that ahankara and do drama. Any problem? No problem. You see how beautiful. To remain as I am, I need Sakshi, I need Ahankara. Both mixture only I am. But when I say Aham Brahmasmi, only excluded Ahankara I. When teacher is talking in the class, excluded Ahankara or included Ahankara? Included Ahankara. When Shishya listening, Kevala Sakshi cannot listen. Kevala Sakshi I cannot listen, cannot understand. Fortunately or unfortunately, you have to use Ahankara, which Ahankara can form in the mind you have to use, and Indriyams you have to use, body you have to use. 70 kgs body or 60 kgs body, you have to sit here and listen. But when you are claiming, நான் எப்படி பிரம்மம் ஆக முடியும்னா நான் என்ன அகங்காரமா சாட்சி சைத்தன்யமா? That is why you always listen with ahankara bhava. You can never claim aham brahmasmi. So sort out, separate intellectually and aham brahmasmi, excluding ahankara. But at that time to say aham brahmasmi also I use ahankara. I use ahankara. At the same time, நீ இல்லை என்று சொல்லணும். அப்படி சொல்லணும். அஹம் சாட்சி ஏவா. Is it not ingratitude? It's not ingratitude. Human life is given for this purpose only. Even though animals, birds have this combination, this simultaneously, intimately, they are also having non-angaradhu irukku adukkume. Aanalum they cannot come and sit in Upadesa Sahasri class. They cannot sort out Sakshi, Ahankara. They cannot say Aham Brahmasmi using the Ahankara and dissociation with Ahankara. Idella theriyuma? Endha species ku theriyum in the ulagathila? 84 lakhs of species, which species can understand this? Tell me. I, the human being alone, can understand. Now tell me, human life or human birth is given for what? Eating? For that you don't require human life only. Any life is okay for eating. To getting children? For that human life alone is not necessary. Any life is okay because they are also getting children. For sleeping? Sleeping sake also you need not get human life, you can have any birth. Korangu, Madu, monkey, donkey, so many, lion, tiger, they are also sleeping, eating, enjoying, species, love and affection. The cat, how much nicely, how nicely it is lordling its baby. Monkey, cow, how much love they are showing. To show love alone, I need not have human life. Because they are also showing love. Even your dog shows so much love on you. Showing or not? Nakki pannu. So much love jumps. It is having more love than you. It is expressing. Namakkoda andha alavukku express panna theriyadu. The dog, the way it expresses, the cat, it expresses the love towards you. You, even human beings cannot express. For that sake only human life is, if you say animal life is also sufficient. Then what is the greatness of human life? Tell me now, you yourself can decide. Only to claim Aham Brahmasmi. If I don't claim, even though I am in a human form, sollanuma appuram? If I don't claim Aham Brahmasmi after taking human birth also, it is as good as, this form is as good as donkey, tiger, lion, monkey, elephant like body. Therefore, Gnani alone is the one who is making use of this human life as purposeful. Am I right or not? Gnani alone is a real human being. Real human being making use of human birth. You know why I keep sadhana camps? To brainwash you. Continuous 3 classes per day. 6 days, 7 days. சும்மா ஏதோ சம்மர் ஹீட் ஆகிருக்கு, அங்கே போய் உட்கார்ந்தோம், நல்ல 3 வாட்டி சாப்பிட்டு உட்கார்ந்தலாம்னு. சாதனா கேம்ப் அதுக்கு இல்லை. அட்லீஸ்ட் யூ கேன் ஸ்பெண்ட் மோர் டைம் ஃபர்கெட்டிங் யுவர் ஃபேமிலி பர்டன்ஸ், so that you can claim Aham Brahmasmi easily. That's why I am arranging sadhana camps. That is the purpose, not for time pass. I can sit quietly also, but the students, real jignasus, must get benefit. Now who claim Aham Brahmasmi? Mixture alone claim Aham Brahmasmi, but while claiming Aham Brahmasmi, in that Aham, it is ahankara excluded aham. அந்த தெரிஞ்சா போதும். இதுதான் மோக்ஷா, வேற ஒண்ணுமே அவசியம் இல்லை. Look into the shloka now. Aham sakshi. Aham is equal to sakshi plus ahankara. இந்த aham brahmasmila sakshi alone. While claiming I am using, but I am not including. Ahankara excluded aham brahmasmi. அப்படி சொல்லலாம் இல்லையோ? Ahankara excluded aham brahmasmi I am. Time being அப்படி சொல்லிக்கலாம். Okay. Ahankara excluded aham brahmasmi. Okay. Look into the words. Pratishidhe drigamshe gnaha. Gnaha, the wise person. Idam amsha. Drigamsha means idam amsha. Here drigamsha means drik means drashta number 2. Mind, body, complex. Idam amsha. This prastishidhe, having negated. Neti neti iti vachanair nigama avochuhu. Not this, not this, not this. The negator of everything, that which is negatable, is always unnegatable. The negator of everything is unnegatable. Sakshi is unnegatable. Pratishidhe gnaha kham iva. Swamani padikka kodadhu, adi kham. Enna swa and kha both looks the same. Kham iva, like akasha, like space. Kham iva ekarasaha, homogeneous. The Sakshi Chaitanyam is 2 Sakshi Chaitanyam, 3 Sakshi Chaitanyams கிடையாது. ஒரே Sakshi Chaitanyam தான் in everybody, in every body. There are no many Sakshi Chaitanyams. Witness consciousness is one. Eka rasaha, advayaha, secondless, nitya muktaha, ever the liberated one, ever free one. Nitya muktaha means ever free. Sada shuddhaha, always free, ever shuddhaha. No property can afflict the Atma. Sakshi. Ever sada shuddhaha. Saha aham. In this saha aham brahma asmi. Kevalaha. Kevalaha aham means ahankara vyatirikta aham. Kevala aham. Saha paramatma. Saha paramatma aham. And the maya upadhi in Ishvara you have to remove. In Paramatma also, Ishvara, maya upadhi you have to remove. Here antakarana upadhi you have to remove. Saha paramatma kevala. Saha Atma Chaitanya Paramatma Sakshi Paramatma. So Ishvara Sakshi and Nudu Sakshi where? Ishvara Sakshi Ahankara Rahita Sakshi, and aham kevala ahankara rahitaha ahameva asmi brahma. Ahamasmi brahma. Soham brahma asmi. Saha brahma ahamasmi. Soham brahma ahamasmi anna saha brahma ahamasmi. If I don't understand and chant all the time meditation, soham, 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 sogam, மகேஷுக்கு மகேஷ்னு சொல்லுவா, சோகம்க்கு சோகம்னு சொல்லுவா. அந்த சோகம் வந்து தமிழில் கக்கா காகா ஒரே கா, அப்போ சோகம் ஆயிடும். சோகம் சோகம்னா நான் ஆல்ரெடி சோகத்தில் தான் இருக்கேன், அதுக்காக மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணணுமா? தேவையில்லை. அதனால் சோகம் இல்லை, அது சோகம். சஹா அஹம் சோஹம். I am that Paramatma. Excludes ahankara veshti upadhi, maya upadhi, maya deleted, ahankara deleted here. Ange lakshartha Ishvara, inge lakshartha Jiva. Put together Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. Takkan husband gnapakam varuva, takkan wife gnapakam varuva, illanna children varatume, adu manasula nadakkum. I am the Sakshi. Sakshi of what? The mind which has got the thought of husband. I am the witnesser of that mind. Drishyam is a Vishaya which has got the thought, property of a husband thought, wife thought. Therefore one lady is telling, how to stop this vasanasana? Why you have to stop vasanas? Vasana belongs to the mind. Mind is a Drishyam. Vasanas are the properties of the mind and vechiko. Therefore it belongs to the mind only. Why you have to struggle to stop the vasana? Why you have to struggle to stop the mind? Manasai veda maptavyam. Through the mind only you can know. Mind illenna ahankaram irukadu, ahankaram illenna aham brahmasmi varadu. Nalla manasu vechukongo. Okay, don't stop the mind. Mind stop பண்றதுக்கு தியானம் பண்ணாதுங்கோ, அது ஒரு இன்சல்ட் எனக்கு. நீங்க பண்ணிட்டேன்னா I am doing meditation every day to stop the mind and திருப்பி I have to run to the Rishikesh. அப்படியே போயிடுவே. Okay, never stop the mind. Why? Because to claim aham brahmasmi I have to use the dress. What dress? Ahankara dress. To keep ahankara I have to keep mind. Stop பண்ணனா எப்படி? நன்னா இருக்கட்டும். Okay, that is the meaning. Suddhaha saha aham brahma asmi kevalaha. That kevala is what? Kevalaha is equal to excluded ahankara. Ahankara excluded. Sakshi aham. Inna shlokam varango. You are all following. I am happy. Next shloka, number 12. This is also very important. I told you in the last class, 8th to 12th shlokas all are important. And sonne. Vijñāturnaiva vijñātam paronyas sambhavatyatah vijñātāham paro muktah sarvabhuteshu sarvadam. Very, very, very important shloka. If you understand this, you can say, I am சொல்லக்கூடாது. அதுதான் சொல்றாரு. Gnani never say I am Gnani. Even the thought also should not come in the Gnani's mind. அந்த அளவுக்கு போறாரு. இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லோகத்திலிருந்து is going to that extent. Real Gnani never claim I am a Gnani. Even at thought level also அந்த ஞானி அங்கிற தாட்டை வரக்கூடாதா? வரக்கூடாதா? என்ன அது வந்த ஞானியே இல்லைன்னு சொல்றாரு. ஏன்? லிசன். விஜ்ஞாதுஹு நைவ விஜ்ஞாதா. சாட்சி சாட்சி చైతన్యం. విజ్ఞాతుహు, రియల్లీ స్పీకింగ్, సాక్షి చైతన్యం is not the knower, not the vignata. It's not the knower. Sakshi is ever the subject of knowledge, never the object of knowledge. Sakshi is ever the subject of knowledge, never the object of knowledge. Natu Vijnata, not the knower. Sakshi Vijnatuhu, naiva Vijnata, never the knower. Paraha Anyaha Sambhavati. Other than the knower, here he wants to say, other than the Sakshi, there is no other knower. Paraha Anyaha Vijnata Naiva Sambhavati. Other knower is not possible other than the Sakshi Chaitanyam. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சாட்சி சைத்தன்யம் நோவர்னு சொல்லலாமான்னா, சாட்சி ஆஃப் வாட்னா சாட்சியம், நோவர் நோவர் நோவர்னு நோவர் ஆஃப் சம்திங். சாட்சியம் ரியல் ஆர் அன்ரியல்? வாட் எவர் யூ ஆர் நோயிங், திருஷ்ய பிரபஞ்ச இஸ் சத்தியம் ஆர் அசத்தியம்? அசத்தியம், மித்யா. Once it is mithya, sakshyam is mithya, sakshitvam status of sakshi not there. That is why I said sakshi is also not really knower. But time being we are giving the Vijnata status to sakshi and telling there is no another Vijnata. Because ahankara, the sahita chidabhasa, that is also a knower, not real knower. It is mithya. So there is no another Vijnata knower other than Sakshi. Vijnatu. Vijnatuhu anyaha paraha. Anyaha paraha means other. Sakshi. There is no other knower to know the knower Sakshi. That is what Shankaracharya want to say through this line. There is no other knower to know the Sakshi who is the knower of everything. There is no other knower to know the knower or experiencer or seer number one. Vijnatuhu Vijnata Paraha Anyaha Naiva Sambhavati. How to know this Sakshi? Sakshi Chaitanya, who will know? There is somebody to know the Sakshi. And the knower, who knows? Another knower. And the knower known by whom? Another knower. Anavastha dosha will come. Therefore, Sakshi need not be known. There is no any other second knower to know this knower Sakshi. Inga knower enna, ever the knower, never the known. And the knower kuda within inverted commas. Since known objects are there in front, we are giving a temporary status to this Sakshi knower status. Really Sakshi is not the knower. We give a temporary status. What we want to say, no other knower is required to know the Sakshi knower. That is the meaning of the first line. Vijnata naiva anyaha Vijnata paraha anyaha Vijnata knower naiva sambhavati. Of whom? Vijnatuhu. To know this knower Sakshi, no other Sakshi, no other knower is required. This is simple. To know myself, I am there or not, which I want to prove? No, I don't require any proof. That's why another knower, not possible. Paraha. Next line you see. Vijnata aham paraha muktaha sarvabhuteshu sarvada. I the seer number one. Ever the drik. I am paraha, transcend, not afflicted by. Paraha means not afflicted by this drishya drik or abhasa drashta or drishya prapancha. Because I am of higher order of reality. Drishya prapancha, drishya drik, mind, body, all are lower order of reality. Can they afflict me? Therefore I am paraha. I transcend. Muktaha. I am ever free. I am never bound by. I am not bound by anything in this world. Really speaking, I cannot be bound by anything. Because I am the non-dual, I am the biggest, there is no biggest one to cover, to bound me, to bind me. Therefore, I cannot bound by anything. Muktaha. Sarva bhuteshu sarvada. Not only in one jnani, even in ajnani also, I the sakshi am ever muktaha, ever free, muktaha, paraha, sarva bhuteshu sarvada, all the time. Before you are coming to the class also, you are muktaha only. Just I am reminding you, you are muktaha. I am removing the ignorance, that's all. I cannot make you muktaha. You are already muktaha, sakshi chaitanyam. Now you are recognizing you are sakshi chaitanyam, pure consciousness. That's all only Shastra doing. No teacher can give moksha. No teacher need not give moksha. Therefore, next class onwards, come regularly. To recognize I need not get moksha, to know that you have to come to class. Not to get moksha, you are coming to the class. I am free from sorrow, I am free from bondage, I am free from punya, papa. To recognize that I have to come to class. To establish in this truth, I have to study Shastra. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.